Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about upper body explosive training. So I realized in the video that I put out the other day, gave you guys some solid info, but it was all lower body focused. Kind of gave you guys a template, but wanted to come back, revisit this topic. Super important for all athletes, and wanted to give you some more specific examples of some upper body explosive training. So yeah, we could get right into it. So for the stuff I like to do, obviously I talk about all the time, like kickboxing, Muay Thai. These are things to increase punching speed, things like that, but then just all around explosiveness and movement. Gonna increase power all around. It's gonna help you if you're a lifter too. Speed is everything, whether it's blasting a deadlift off the ground or coming out of the hole on a squat, or putting a bar off your chest. Speed is everything. But now some people get a little confused, like I talked about it a little bit last time, but you know, when you think about like talking about the weighted training, you know, if you just hold the dumbbell or put on like ankle weights or something, walk around, and when you take them off you feel like you're moving faster. It's just an illusion. Really, it just trains the your body to move slower with all the neuromuscular, all that stuff. All those connections slow down. So with this, yeah, we're going for speed. Big thing that's going to help you out: medicine balls and bands. Any bands, like I love the Elite FTS. Those there's a couple brands that make them, but those little bands. For this type of stuff, the thin red and orange band, those things are awesome. They're perfect. Because like I was saying, with some of these exercises, you can overload the resistance more because we're not going to be training specifically like punches or things like that. So it won't take away 10 or 15% of your speed. So you'll still be able to effectively train speed for this. So start from the top. This is one where I do train it a little bit specific and more similar to punching. But though that's why we use the small medicine balls. So this one at my gym we have 5 and 6 pound little medicine balls, the ones that bounce, the hard rubber ones. So this is one where I will stand only like 2 or 3 feet from a wall that I can throw this on. Yeah, definitely make sure you have a good wall. Luckily at Crunch we've got a big cement wall that you can throw medicine balls on, but just yeah, don't put a medicine ball through any drywall, please. So with this, basically you're going to do a one arm push off this, basically like you're throwing a punch. But now since you're going to be throwing a punch, don't be real cheesy and not move your lower body and just push like this. You want to be training the full kinetic chain all the way from your toes to your hips, like you're really throwing a punch, but you want to be fast. So this is where you have to be careful. You don't want to go too high on the weight where you have to really chuck it like that. You want to have it light. I only max out at 10 pounds on this, where you want to push off and stay explosive. As soon as you throw it, catch the ball and come right back. Doing that for sets of 10 or 15. Now the idea is you want to be moving non-stop. So as soon as you extend the punch, the ball bounces, comes back, you want to try to catch it and push it right back. So it's a little bit of an ab rotation in there, plus pushing from the chest, but really just explosive punching motion. It'll take some practice too. You got to kind of find the sweet spot for the ball to bounce right back in your hand. So start close and then work your way a little bit farther. Only want to be a couple feet off the wall anyway, because you just want the speed. Speed is everything. That's what we're training for. So I like that one. Now something for the back, since we work the chest. I am a big fan of working bent over rows. Now this one, since it's not a specific motion like throwing a punch like that first one, you can overload the bands on this. Something I'm a huge fan of is the landmine. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically like that little sleeve They could stick a barbell, one end of the barbell in, and it moves at kind of that angle there. I just love those in general. There's a lot you could do with them. But yeah, so with this one, doing the T-bar row on there, this is one where I'll get a little bit thicker of a band, maybe throw one plate on there, 145-pound plate with one of the thicker orange bands, then kind of stay around that range, maybe throw 2 plates on there. But explosive bent over rows. Now this one, it's not going to slow you down like I was just saying with everything else, because for what I do anyway, at no point in a fight you have to worry about specifically rowing motions. So it's just training your back to be explosive. It's not going to slow you down like I was saying previously. This one you could get a little heavy on. Now something else I'm a big fan of is going same idea with the landmine setup there, is one arm overhead presses with that. Awesome exercise for the shoulders. One of my favorites. Now that one, it's going to be similar to like I was doing with the medicine ball and throwing it that way. But this is a good one where with the skinny orange band or the red one, loop one part around your back foot. Then this one you're going to be, you can't see my feet, but in a staggered boxing kind of stance. Band on your back foot, hips aiming towards the landmine. The technique for this one is basically like you're trying to throw a punch, but instead of going straight out, you want to grab the barbell and throw it up. Explosive. This is another one going for more high volume and explosive exercises instead of the slow down speed, because this one's more similar to a punch motion. Alright, actually moving back to the back for a second. I know this one's for the shoulders too, but set it a little out of order here. I'm gonna do banded face pulls too. Now this is a great one. I just love face pulls in general. And the upper back and shoulder blades, even the shoulders, that's all just a hugely important part in all of movement in general, but especially in sports, everything's from the hips and shoulders. So explosive face pulls. This is one, for example, I like using like the orange, the thicker orange Elite FTS band. Sometimes you can go for a little bit heavier on this too, but I prefer it fast. And just like any face pull, having the band out, pulling it towards your forehead. Just careful not to slap yourself in the forehead with the band, but still an explosive squeeze of the shoulder blades, then coming back and keep an explosive going the other direction there. That is an awesome one. Then I like to finish up the arms doing medicine ball slams, the overhead slams, with any of those medicine balls that have the sand in them so they don't bounce too much. Just reach overhead and slamming it down, trying to slam it through the ground. Nice and explosive. Yeah, and that's really the name of the game, is going for speed on these. The back exercises you can go a little heavier on, because like I was saying, for boxing anyway, depends on your sport, but this is more fighting specific. You want to be explosive going forward. Don't have to worry about it going back so much. That one you're just looking for power, but you don't want to train your punches to come out slow. That's really the thing to be aware of. So speed on those, and you could overload the back a little bit more. And yeah, quick recap. So we've got the medicine ball throws from the chest, more similar to a punch. For the back, we've got the bent over rows with a band. I like them on the landmine, but if you can figure out a way to band up some regular ones too, that works. Then the banded face pulls, the overhead press on the landmine, going on each side, and medicine ball slams. So that's 5 exercises right there. Covers the whole upper body, all big movements. Gonna get an awesome workout, whether you're training for a fight or not. Awesome explosive exercises that you're gonna be training for speed, gonna be doing pretty awesome with those. Alright, so let me know if you got any questions. Yeah, this should be a good place to start. Alright, and I'll see you on Tuesday.